Hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land? I'm hot. I was hoping to get my live stream going at 7 o'clock like my old time slot, but traffic and other requirements dictated otherwise. So here we are now. Sorry I cut my last live stream short. I didn't have good internet service. That was down around Jacksonville. And apparently I had really good service while I was in Jacksonville, but as I was driving away from Jacksonville, it dropped off pretty quickly. So, and we kept getting interrupted and problematics. But right now, I don't know where I am. I'm in a Howard Johnson. That's all I know. I'm in a Howard Johnson, and I got a little bit more than 100 miles to go to get to Fort Myers, which is where I have to go to first. I'm going to go to Fort Myers, going to go to the U-Haul place. I've rented a storage unit. So tomorrow I'm going to drive to the U-Haul place and unload the trailer, and then get a hotel there in Fort Myers and take yet again a very much needed shower. This heat, something else. So where were we? In my last live stream, when we got disconnected, I was talking about the box that they gave me. They gave me this big box, like a file box with all these, every operation manual for all the stuff they added onto the boat, including like the diesel engine and all that kind of stuff. Each one in an individual Ziploc bag, keep them all nice and clean, handwritten notes and stuff on everything. But it's pretty amazing. I've got a, hey Yankee Chains, how you doing? Ahoy matey. Arrgh. On my boat, that's right, I said my boat. Hey Frank, how you doing? Yeah, I tried to get around 7 o'clock as close as I could, but I'm a little delayed. So it is what it is. Having a not very cold Diet Pepsi and my dinner. Gonna have a Nature Valley Crunchy. Anyhow, up on the bow, I have an anchor windlass, something I did not have on the Lily 2. And so I got to learn about anchor windlasses, because I've never had a boat with an anchor windlass before. So this is a learning curve. There's a steep, very steep learning curve on this boat for me. A lot of systems I have no experience with, or if I do, very little. So I gotta get the windlass, serviced. It's been sitting on the hard for 2 years. I don't know what constitutes servicing on an anchor windlass. I have no idea. I guess I can get on YouTube and Google it and see what comes up. I rather imagine some disassemblage and some cleaning and greasing is involved, and reassemblage, which is fine. I can do all that. But so there's that. And then there's the bow thruster. That's right, a 36-foot sailboat with a bow thruster. Wow. Everybody I've spoken to so far has had the same reaction. Wow. Who puts a bow thruster on a 36-foot boat? But apparently this guy put a bow. My guess is the guy from Bozeman, Montana, the previous owner, probably pulled up to a dock in some wind and had a hell of a time getting his boat in properly. And so, I'm gonna put it down, and so now I have a bow thruster, so that's cool. I gotta learn about that, what's involved in servicing it. It looks pretty straightforward, cut and dry, but anyhow, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Staying along the top of the deck, the bow thruster will make it easy on a windy day. Oh yeah, it'll make it easy even on a non-windy day. You can pull up to the dock and just hit the button and scoot it on over, Well, and if you've got the bow, if you've got even so much as a spring line or a bow line on, then, you put it in reverse and you set your rudder so it just, walks you right into the dock. So makes it a lot easier. That much I can handle. Anyhow, working along the top of the deck, and the reason why I'm going to do this in this live stream, and I'm hoping some of my friends catch it on here, I need help on some things, guys. I need some serious help on giving myself an education on some of these things. So, working our way down the deck, there is a Dodger with a canopy. I've got to dig that out from down below and get that on assembled. That's, again, not a problem. Should be pretty straightforward, not a problem. But then I have 2 solar panels. And I've never owned a boat that had solar panels before. I've owned lots of boats, but never one with its own solar panels. Now, I do have a background in electrical engineering, so I have some numbers. And if I'm mistaken, somebody correct me on here. Need help tomorrow with your storage unit? I'm available. Oh, Frank, I appreciate that, brother. It's going to be in Fort Myers. You'll die. You'll die. I only have a few hours, but yeah, I would love to meet you, Frank, and hang out some tomorrow. That would be awesome. I'll have to. I think you know my phone number, Frank. You can text me. I think. We'll figure it out here now. And there's a wind turbine on there. Yeah, we'll talk later. There's a wind turbine on there. And so I never had a boat with a wind turbine either. So my thinking is, if I remember correctly, and it's been a long time since I've done this stuff, but if you take a 200 watt solar panel and you're working with a 12 volt system, you end up with about 10 to 12 amps. Hey T, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. You end up with about 10 to 12 amps. Okay. So, as an example, a window, regular household window air conditioning unit requires about 15 amps. No homestead, T. No homestead. I'm going sailing. I'm actually in Florida right now. I'm going to see my boat for the first time probably tomorrow. So, hey Marie, how you doing, sweetie? So, I think I have that formula correct. I believe the 2 solar panels on the roof are both 120 watts. So between the 2 of them, I have barely 240. Which, hey Earl, how you doing? Which should be enough to run the refrigeration and the other systems on there, probably even powering the Autopilot, because yes, I do have an Autopilot. Which is another thing I have to learn about, because I've had a tiller pilot before, which was very simple, but I've not had a boat with an Autopilot before. So that, again, another learning curve. Hey Rich, how you doing? So I need to figure out that configuration. I am weighing the pros and cons of, do I add 2 more solar panels and a solar collector and additional batteries, and give myself a good solid permanent solution, or do I go cheap and spend $500 and buy a generator and power everything with a generator? So I don't know which way to go on that yet. So there's Miss Lily. She's grumping. Hold on a minute. Hey, what are you grumping about? What are you grumping about? Is there somebody outside? Keeping an eye on my truck. See my truck out there? Oh, get down, get down. Gotta trim your nails, dog. Anyhow, yeah, I can sit here and I can see my pickup. I can't see the U-Haul trailer. There's a truck blocking my view of that, but it's close enough. Anyhow, so I need to talk to somebody who has some experience with that. Go solar, you can get high watt panels cheap nowadays. Yeah, on Amazon I could buy 200 watt panels for like $300, or 200 and change, almost $300. So 2 panels at $600, then I'm another $600 in a couple batteries, another couple $100, so I'm at $1,200, $1,500, $1,800. I'm into it. I don't know if I can afford that, frankly, right now. I mean, guys, I may have bought a boat, but I bought a $6,000 boat. Okay, so this is not a high dollar boat. It's got all the bells and whistles. And the only reason why it sold this cheaply is because it's been, the guy who had it donated it to this veterans group. No one's done anything with the boat for 3 years. It's just sitting there baking in the sun. Polar is the best off-grid solution. Yes, I agree, Marie. Absolutely. My grandkids are awesome. Thank you, T. They're all doing wonderful. You can get 300 to 400 watt panels for about $200 used. Used, huh? Oh no! Sorry, Frank. You knocked my thing over here. But they're only about a year old. Huh. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So I'm not really sure which way. So I'm hoping one of my people out there in YouTube land is somebody with some experience with solar panels. Oh, come on. I had perfect signal here. We're back. Darn it. I specifically waited till I got here to do this so I would have good internet. Buffering. Guys, I'm going to drop off and come right back. Give me a couple of minutes.